Hi again. After watching my episode on specialized diverge bikes, you said, Danny, what about giant Anyroad? So here's what I think about giant Anyroad bikes. Let's just click bikes and then X-Road Adventure, and here we have Anyroad bikes. In this family we have also Rome and Tough Road. Tough Road looks awesome. But here we have two lines, if you will, if we can call it, of the Anyroad bikes, because the carbon one, CoMax or CoMax, is just one model, and we've got it here. And the Anyroad aluminum one has two models. We've got Anyroad 1 right here. Now there is something in Giant's approach about these gravel bikes I like. But also one big concern, and I'm gonna tell you why just in a second. So let's just click Anyroad here, because in order to see some features of the carbon bike, you just simply click the model and then you will see those highlights. But then when you click the aluminum model, you won't see highlights unless you just choose those two, like Anyroad aluminum, and then you see highlights of those bikes. So what's similar, what are the differences between those two? Of course, the carbon one will have a carbon frame. Both will have same fork, which has carbon blades and the aluminum steer. So the carbon one will also have aluminum steering tube on the fork. And then both will have this feature, internal seat post clamp on both aluminum and carbon. That's nice. Both will have internal cable routing. That's nice if you like it, and if it's not problematic. It depends on the model, so I would have to replace those housings and cables in order to tell you is it problematic or not. And the aluminum ones have Alu XX aluminum, which is the mid level of Giant's aluminum technology. If you want to know more about it, I'm always referring to this article here, Technologies. You click here and you will see Alux, Alu XX, which is this one, and then Alu XX SLR with some more hydroforming and some more technologies in terms of those welds and so on. So the Alu XX SLR would usually be around 200 grams lighter than the Alu XX. But here we have Alu XX, and that's one of the things I like about Giant's approach to the gravel bikes. These are adventure bikes. These are not for racing. You are not, those customers are maybe not thinking so much about the weight and weight to stiffness ratio and so on. They want to have fun. They want to have not that expensive bikes. And here, carbon one, just one model, but still it comes with 105 components, and the aluminum one comes with nothing more like Shimano Tiagra, which is absolutely awesome and just enough for such bike. I like it. They don't put you into a super expensive aluminum frame. Thus, the price of the bike could be a bit, maybe it could be a bit cheaper, and I'm gonna compare that to the Specialized just in a second. So I like this. I like those features. I like 32 millimeters tires. It has to be on the gravel bike, right? Now, what concerns me, maybe one little thing, is the look of those bikes. Not everyone likes those crazy lines. Some guys would like it, would love it, and you buy it. And I must tell you, even if the bike is like much more expensive, but it has the graphics I like, or the shape of those tube I like, I would buy the one I like, because we have to like our bike in order to really use it and take advantage of it. Another thing, and the main thing that concerns me, is the geometry of those bikes. Let's just look at Specialized Diverge once more. That's the geometry that you can just see with your eye, and here is the that's the Anyroad bike. You can just see right away that the handlebars are way too high, as for some adventure bike use, in my opinion. If I was to use this bike as a commuter, that would be fine to have these handlebars so high, so upright position. And if you read some reviews, many riders would tell you too upright position for myself. So it would do a great commuter bike, but this is the adventure bike. So you want to do some gravel, some paths, some, you know, going through the forest and so on. And this one would be too upright for myself, especially if you want to go quick, fast, sometimes on the tarmac. And it really shows in the geometries. Now let's look at the geometries here. And that's also an interesting thing, because carbon bike has one size less than the aluminum one. As you can see, aluminum one has one in between medium and large, which is 19.5. This large size has same geometry as large size of the carbon bike, so those have the same geometry. And the closest to their large size of Specialized Diverge would be 56 centimeter size. Now I'm gonna show you the head-tube length. Specialized Diverge 165, Giant Anyroad 21.5. So it's way higher. Now, just as I told you lately on the Specialized Diverge, I think, it's always good to see the reach and stack, which says nothing on the Giant side, but here we have both gravel bikes. So this fork will have more clearance, just as this one has, for bigger tires. So the head-tube length should be roughly the same. And as you can see, 165 versus 215, it's, you know, this one is way too high as for some, you know, fast riding, some fun ride, in my opinion. If you have lower back problem, if you're gonna use this as a commuter bike in the city, like traffic lights and so on, you know, you wanna see more and be just more relaxed, this is a great choice. But I think that in the future, Giant would change this, because it won't be really, you know, fitting to most of the riders who are going for the gravel bikes. So that's my concern. Now about the price. United States Anyroad 1 with the Tiagra components would cost $1,300, and there is no $1,300 Diverge, but there is $1,500 Diverge on Shimano Tiagra. Of course, you can always have some cheaper or more expensive wheels and disc brake, but this is like roughly the same. But here we have this highest level of aluminum design. So we have here this Dilusio smart weld technology. This frame will be really light, and here you have full carbon fork with tapered head tube. Here on both bikes, especially we're talking now about $1,300 Anyroad 1, you don't have any tapering on this head tube, which you would like to have strong. And also you have aluminum steering tube, which is good for heavy riders, but just by adding $200 you're getting much more on the Specialized Diverge, and that's just my opinion. Giant makes great bikes, great designs, but here too much upright position, and this price isn't really something that would really encourage me to go for Giant gravel bike. Let me know what do you think about those bikes, and thanks for requesting this video, because I like the look. It's kind of crazy, and I'm just thinking, who would like to be having fun on those bikes? Let us know in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.